What's up, everybody? So I am going back to volume benching. So for a few weeks I've been trying out Shako for benching, and I have to say that I am sadly disappointed. I mean, I looked at the numbers on the paper and it seems logical. You know, a lot of reps at 80%, 85%, 90%, at reps of 3, 4, and 5 for lots and lots of volume, and on paper it looks like it's really gonna help get my bench up. But after a few weeks my bench has stayed stagnant, and I'm like, what the hell? How come my bench didn't even go up by 5 pounds? And if not, it might have even dropped 5 to 10 pounds. And I know that the weight loss, you know, is gonna affect your bench, but I'm not used to my bench dropping if I'm hitting weights at such a high percentage. So I started to think back, what were the things that I was doing that caused my bench to increase from 325 to 365 in like 2 or 3 months. And what I realized is my body responds way better to hypertrophy work. So yes, I'll do the 5 sets of 2, 5 sets of 3 at 85, 90%, but it's just as important for me to do hypertrophy work of doing like 70%, 4 sets of 8, maybe 4 sets of 10, almost like a bodybuilder, for my muscles to respond. So it's really important for me to start doing and tracking what has worked for me, and not just follow the exact same program that everyone else does because they got gains off of it. So I went back to doing 4 sets of 8 of 275, trying to get that hypertrophy work in. And also what I realized is I'm very explosive off the chest, but I'm kind of slow on the lockout. So I started doing more floor presses so I could lock that baby out, because what's the point of benching if you can only bench halfway? There ain't no point for that. And then moved on to do some shoulder presses, and shoulder health and shoulder strength is of course of utmost importance for a big bench, because all the stability rests in those giant cannonballs right there. Also, it looks good in filling out those dress shirts for those of you who are looking for a job interview right after college, if you get what I'm saying. And then after, I went over and I did some bent over rows, because what I realized is I've neglected a lot of back muscles during my powerlifting program, because it's usually about the push. Every time you do an upper body workout, all you're doing is pushing, man. You're bench pressing, you're close grip benching, you're floor pressing, you're taking her jobs, and you're doing the overhead pressing, and you're not doing any back, so I gotta finish up that back. And then at the end, people ask me what kind of cardio do I do. This is the type of cardio that I do. I do a lot of supersets with smaller muscles like bis and tris, kind of get the blood flowing, and gotta get those arm workouts in. Why not making it a circuit so I could also burn some fattisus maximus? That's it for this episode. Like always, go to barbellbrigade.com to get your Barbell Brigade needs. Peace. So it feels really cool to start ripping apart the old gym, because I know we're moving into a bigger, better place.
We woke up this morning at 8 o'clock. We met up at the gym, and